भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमः शिवाय जय सच्चिदानंद जय सच्चिदानंद Thank you, Mr. Ganesh, and thank you, Dr. Nirjara Saikia, for joining. Thank you very much. Our today's topic is acceptance, and today's speaker is Ms. Nehaben Gandhi. Today is our last session. I hope participants will join as we are going to be in a flow. Welcome, Nehaben.
Jai Sachidanand.
Jai Sachidanand. See, in our life, most of the problems take place because of our attitude of non acceptance. In life, there can be so many problems if they are not in the beginning accepted and treated properly. So, the holistic scientist Dada Bhagwan talked about it in detailed way, and he laid a special stress on acceptance. Unless we accept something, person, situation, circumstance, or whatsoever, if it is not accepted, then result can be very horrible. We have as a speaker today Sushri Nehaben Gandhi ma'am. She is a director of a school and she is a national yoga trainer. She had blessings of the enlightened one personally, and she has already taken two sessions, so you may know her. So, Nehaben, I invite you, please. I request you to start the session.
Yes, Jai Sachidanand. So today's session, we thought that is acceptance. And it is really very easy to understand, very easy to implement, and it is really very interesting and very easily and very fast result we will get if we will start accepting the things, if we will start accepting the people, if we will start accepting the situation. The thing is actually and really very easy than we understand. But due to some reasons, due to some non-acceptances, we find that the problems have been created. Right. So very first we need to understand that what we are going to discuss today, that is acceptance. So what does it mean? That means acknowledging and understanding your actions and behavior, and then doing your best to improve them. That means whatever we are expecting, whatever the situation is, so in that situation, what do we understand actually? Sorry, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, please.
Yes. So we need to understand the situation. In that situation, what is our action? Means we don't have to judge the others. We don't have to see the actions, the behaviors of the others. But in particular situation, what is our action? What is our behavior? And then we have to give the best. It means we have to understand ourselves first, and then we have to react, and then we have to give them, we have to means how we are behaving and try to give the best among the situation. And if we feel after that, if we feel there is something wrong which we should not have done it earlier, or I should not have behaved in this way, or I should not have spoken such words, so that we need to improve. That means acceptance also teaches us how to analyze our own self. And when we start analyzing our own behavior, our own actions, our own languages, and then it is the first step towards our development. So why we need to understand the acceptance? So understanding is the first step to acceptance. Acceptance, it means what? It means to understand. So which is the first step to acceptance? That is understand the person, understand the situation, understand the thing, whatever it is there. So we need to understand. So it is, so next slide please. So understanding is the first step to acceptance, And only with acceptance can there be recovery. Until and unless, if I have some envy on some person or something, and until and unless I accept the thing, I accept the person, it is not possible for me to recover the mistake. Is it possible? We need to understand the problem, we need to understand the situation, we need to understand the human who is why that person is doing that, means that action. So we need to understand, and after that only I have to accept my situation, my behavior, my action, and then I need to understand it whether it was right or wrong, whether it could be done in another way or not. Is this the last thing what I can do? So I need to accept, yes, it is my mistake, and then only one can improve, otherwise not. So the action of acceptance teaches us what is that. The first one is the act or process of accepting. When we have to accept the thing, we have to pass through a process. Everything has a process, right? When we sit, means when we are hungry, so it has also a process, that first the food is to be cooked, we have to sit on the dining table or wherever we are eating food, we have to take the plate and everything, and the food is served, after that we eat. This is the process we have to pass through. So for the acceptance also, the first process is the act or process of accepting. First, we have to understand what we have to accept, because sometimes we don't understand what we have to accept. Whether we have to accept or not, that is also a question. So first we need to understand the situation. And then the second step is the state of being accepted or acceptable. That means that situation is there. So what is the state? It means we are accepting or we are being accepted. So that we need to understand. Favorable reception or approval. If it is a favorable condition is there, then we may get the approval also, yes or no. And belief in something, that is agreement. When we accept the things, that means we have the belief in something. If I accept some person, I have accepted some person as my husband, so I have belief in him, that yes, we are going to live together and we are going to spend our lives together. So that is one kind of agreement we are giving to each other, that I will understand him, he will understand me, and togetherly we will pass our life. So this is one kind of agreement, right? So first thing we have to understand, that is the acceptance. It means we have to act, we have to go to that situation, that yes, we are accepting. Second one is we have to accept, either we have to accept or we have to be acceptable. Because if we are accepting someone, then it is very much necessary that someone else should do that for us also. It is vice versa. Everything is not from my side only or from our side only. Definitely other person has also the same perspective, the other perspective, the viewpoints. So we need to, so both of them should accept each other. Sometimes the situations are favorable and sometimes non-favorable. So approval is to be taken, and agreement, which is the most important part of the relationship, is to be followed. Now, what do we get after accepting the thing? The most important thing, the people are in search of, and they are moving to Himalayas, and they are moving into the jungles, they sit for the penance, and everything they are doing it just to get the peace. And we are the worldly creature, we are living in this society where the things are in our favor also, things are against us. In that thing, if we accept the thing, then it gives us peace of mind, right? The how do we now, it is very much, what do we have to understand, that what things we have to accept and what not. So few things are that, suppose if I am whenever I have to reach somewhere, I always get late. So do I need to accept it? Oh, okay, I'm a late comer. I'm a means a lazy person. So I will be late. That is okay. Do I need to accept it? Do you think so?
No,
Please
no,
unmute and
absolutely
answer.
not. No,
Right?
ma'am.
Yes, of
I
course
did this
not.
mistake. I used to do such mistake. Yes, I am a latecomer. I got labeled this, but it was very horrible.
Correct.
It's a
Yes.
negative
So
approach.
yes. So we need to accept the thing that we cannot change. It means right now it was a scorching heat. Is it in my hand to change it? No. Yes, somewhere yes, somewhere not. Yes, means I can grow more plants. Of course, I can do that. I can spread less pollution, less plastic we can use. This is the way we can reduce it. But right now, if I have to go out and it is scorching heat, what I need to do? I have to accept the situation. Yes, it is a scorching heat, and but I have to go out, and if we will accept the thing, it will be very easy for us to go out. Otherwise, oh my God, I just have to go in such a heat. Oh my God, how will I do my work? Oh my God. So we will be in panic. And when the person is in panic, definitely we just flush the work. Right? It means whatever the work is that we are not able to do it in a very easy way. So if we accept the thing, we will be having peace of time, we will be having peace of mind, and it will be easy for us to understand, yes, the situation is this. I know I have to accept and let us recover. Same thing had happened during Corona. We all have passed through such a horrible situation. Many were there who were means the victim of this Corona. The very initial stage was there. Person was not ready to accept. How
Right.
do I get Corona? Oh my God! Oh my God! And many people died just because of panic, just because of fear, and just because of non-acceptance. Because to me, I was taking so much care. It means I was taking all this kada, I was taking all the medicines, and I was taking myself away from others. Still I got corona. How? So due to non-acceptance, due to fear, many people died, and many people survived because they have accepted that okay, I am the victim of corona, I am the patient of corona, I will take medicines, I will take proper treatment, and I will get cured. And we have seen that many people heard also that many people are cured after 2 to 3 months. Right. So this is the power of acceptance, that whatever the things are not in our hand, we have to accept the situation and then work out to get better version of that situation or of that person or of that problem what we are into.
Oh, ma'am, can I
So
share something?
yes, please, sir.
Yes, you reminded me. Actually, during Corona period, I got this Coldec and Cafec, and I was taking self medication. So I
Mm,
started taking antibiotics and anti-cold tablets, but no control. In this way, my wife was afraid. She said, "You should go for checking." And I said, "No." I was afraid. And this might
mm,
not be corona. Because I said, "See, I'm taking online classes. I don't go to school. So it might not be." But the CAFAC increased day by day. And
right.
that time, our center was also closed.
Mm,
Vasan Kaka, when he saw my condition, he forced me. You stop this nonsense and go to doctor, I suggest. Whatever he says, you have to do and you must do. So
right.
after 15 days, when I approached the doctor, he sent me for that, what you said, scanning, na? Entire scanning,
Yes,
MRI.
yes,
Yes, MRI. And in that it was discovered that I had 65%. The
right.
doctor got
So
angry
that
and
is the thing.
sympathetic
It
to me.
means
What the hell you are doing? You should accept that you are suffering. Now go.
right.
And so this is very important lesson for me. That time I could not accept it. If I had accepted earlier, I could
Yes,
have been, yeah,
you would have suffered
recovered.
less.
Yes.
recover early and suffered less. But
Later, it took me
sometimes
after a lot of sufferings and quarantine. My God, 2 or 3 months, horrible days. So that is why this session is very important. Please go ahead. Thank you.
yes, so it is very much necessary to accept the things which is not in our hand. But few things are in our hand, and if we accept it, then just keep this thing in mind that we are losing. Coming on time, doing the work, doing the task on time, that is very much important. And that things, if we accept that I cannot do, I accept the thing. So that is the bad part. It is said now, it is my bad because I am not ready to improve. So we have to accept the things which we cannot change, which is not in our hand at initial stage. Because as I said, if it is a scorching heat, of course it is in our hand, but not right now. So at the time we need to accept it, and after that, slowly, gradually, by taking the support of people, we have to start improving the things into the better way. So now, how we it is what it is, accepting and move on. Dada Bhagwan has also said very nicely that Vyavasthit Shakti, it is there. The thing is like this only. Accept it and move on. Because it why it is said. See, we all have seen our parents, we have seen our grandparents. The things were different at the time of our parents. The things were different during our grandparents' periods, and the things are going to be different in our children period. So generation to generation, so many changes are there, and the changes is only the constant thing which will remain in the world, and we have to accept the change. If we are failed to accept, like we have the example very nicely, right? We have seen Nokia. The market was flooded by Nokia phones when the mobile phones were introduced. I think all of us have used Nokia phones, right? But when the change has come, the Nokia did not turn into this what we are using Android right now. And what happened? We can see many other companies, but not the Nokia. No doubt it is there in the market, but very less. First, it has covered 100% of the market, and now it is less. So now the generation has changed. They are fast and they are somewhere better than us. So we have to accept the change. Now, if we will think, if there is the relation of that mother-in-law and daughter-in-law, if the mother-in-law is still having that thing in the mind that we were waking up early in the morning and we were doing all the household chores and we were doing this and that, and my daughter-in-law also should do the same thing, is it possible? Of course not, because in my mother-in-law has not allowed me to wear the dress and jeans, so I will not allow the same to my daughter-in-law. Do you think so there will be peace in the family? Of course not, because the new generation has different way of thinking. So we also have to change. So it is what it is. The change is there. We have to accept it and move on. Otherwise, we will be sitting as a place and keep on crying, oh my God, what had happened? So the things are going to happen whether we wish or not, whether we like or not. It is definitely going to happen. So accept it. There is no perfect relationship. See, acceptance matters a lot in the relationship, whether it is friends or it is husband wife, or it is, as I said, mother in law and daughter in law. Especially it matters a lot in the matter of relationship. So there is no perfect relationship. It's how you accept the imperfections that makes it perfect. When two persons, a girl and a boy, they meet together, they are from different backgrounds, they were not nurtured in the same way, they both are from different backgrounds, they both are unique personalities, They both have some likes and dislikes, whether it is same, whether it is different. They have different viewpoints. They must be working in different areas, or maybe some areas, whatever. But both are individual personalities, and when there are individual personalities, they have different likes and dislikes. And no human is perfect. The perfect person has nothing, but the perfect person has bagged so many sorrows in their lives, because one cannot keep everyone happy. And if to be the perfect one, to be the perfect human, if we start working, others will be happy, but we ourselves will be really, really very sad. So it is not possible to keep everyone happy. So every human has some faults. Every human has some and some um, things which we don't like in them. But we have to accept the person with all the imperfections, and then make the relationship perfect, not the human perfect, because the whole life will be passed in making the human perfect, but it will not be possible to change the person. No, it was a very nicely said by our sir Lala sir, that there is a couple, husband and wife, and after marriage, especially after love marriage, the wife tries to change the husband. Oh, your hairstyle is not good, you don't keep like this, now you are not a college boy, you should be like a sober man. Changes the hairstyle. Now, what you are wearing this jeans and t-shirt all the time, you are not a teenager right now. Just wear the blazer, wear the suit, wear this kind of shirts that suit you. Okay. The talk, the behavior, the way of talking, the way whatever she liked before the marriage, now she keeps on poking each and other. Don't do this, don't do this, and do that. And after a few years of the marriage, the wife is complaining, oh, now you are not like before. Now you don't like me. Now you don't love me. You are not as you were earlier. So, but what you have done? You have changed the personal totally, and then now you are complaining you are not like before. It was a joke apart, but seriously, it happens in the relation, because we always forget that we try to change the opposite person as per our wish. But have we ever thought the opposite person also has some viewpoints for us also? If the wife is expecting that husband should change according to her wish, so don't the wife think that the husband also has some perspectives? He also has some expectations from the wife, some things from wife, that his wife should be like this. So instead of completing these expectations, it is better to accept each other the way they are. Accept the person with all the faults. Accept the person with all the imperfections. And then the relationship will really be beautiful, and the relationship will be the perfect one, because everybody needs space. Husband, wife, girlfriend, boyfriend, whoever is there needs space. Initially, for few time, few weeks or few months, that is okay. Like chit chat or something is going on at a time. We like to share everything, but after few time, we need a space. We need me time. We need something for our own self. So it is very much important, in especially the relation of the husband and wife, to accept each other the way they are. So you don't need someone to complete you, you only need someone to accept you.
Oh,
We don't need someone to complete me. I am complete in my own, but I need someone who accept me as I am. Right? I like to speak, So the my partner should not keep on telling me every time, keep quiet, don't speak more, keep quiet, don't speak more. If I like to watch movies, my husband should not poke me up every time that you should not do this and you should do this. Right? If I like to dance, one should not stop me. Whatever my likes are there, so I should be accepted by my partner the way I am. So it is a beautiful, I think we are having the participants from India only and they understand Hindi, right? I guess everybody understand Hindi. So it is a beautiful dialogue which I use. I know this is English seminar, but I think I can use that dialogue as all our participants understand
Yeah,
Hindi
yeah,
very
welcome.
well,
Welcome.
right? So it is said, कोई अगर प्यार करे तो तुमसे करे, तुम जैसे हो वैसे करे, कोई अगर बदल के प्यार करे तो वो प्यार नहीं सौदा करे, और साहिबा प्यार में सौदा नहीं होता.
Very well said.
Right?
Very well.
This is a very famous dialogue of Shah Rukh Khan and Amitabh Bachchan's movie Mohabbatein. I think we have the youngsters, they must have seen this movie. Right? So we need someone who accept us without any changes the way we are. And same way, if we are expecting the same thing, definitely our partners also have some wishes. So need to understand and need to give respect to the mindset of every human being. So now Osho has said very few lines, but it was really great line. Osho was like it is known as that he was expert on this about this relationships, especially the relationship of husband and wife. He said many beautiful things. If you love a person, you accept the total person. What do we understand by total person? Physically? Of course, not physically. By his thoughts, by his emotions, by his nature. So we need to person as the person is, with all the defects, all the faults, of course, because we are human beings and we are not perfect. It is said that human is the bundle of mistakes we keep on doing. So it is very natural that we keep on doing the mistake. It is nothing bad or no harm in doing the mistake, but only one rule we have to remember: every time we should do the new mistake. The same mistake should not be repeated every time, right? So love the person, accept the person with all the defects, because those defects are the part of the person, not a part of it. Okay, that is his nature. Never try to change a person you love, because the very effort to change says that you love half and the other half of the person is not accepted. So it means we have accepted the person, means we all have accepted only the good things which I like, and the other part of that person which I don't like, I have not accepted. And what will happen? Few things which I like, and if the person is following the same, I definitely love him, I definitely like him, and I will be like, oh, I'm very happy. And if the same person is doing something which I don't like what will happen? There will be the clashes in the house. And instead of peace, there will be war. Every now and then, we can hear the voice of husband and wife and blaming each other. One side, you are not doing this, and the other will, oh, as if you are doing all the things for me. So the clashes increases. Instead of love, the war has taken place. It is the war between the husband and wife, and which affects very badly the children. And when they grow up, they have different mindsets. So it is very much unnecessary to accept the person the way it is, the way the person is. When you love, you simply love. You don't put any condition in that, whether I want this or I want that. And if you want the person to act according to you. Be ready to behave the partner wants you to do. Are you ready to change? If no, then don't expect from your partner for the change, right? So that gives peace of mind, and that gives the real effect, the real love among the relationship.
This is
Now,
very, very important message, and you wonderfully said this thing, ma'am. I have a senior. After 30 years married life, the couple has applied for divorce now, and he
oh,
called me before 3 days. I shared this link to him. Unfortunately, he could not join. Otherwise, he can understand what his fault is. Actually, he
right,
did not accept his wife, and from other side, the wife refused to accept him. So both of them, even
correct,
after
correct.
staying under one roof for 30 years,
For
and these
30
are
years,
the,
it's such a long time.
yeah, still because they did never accepted. They never accepted, and
Correct.
there have been always quarrel. They had been to police stations so
Oh
often,
my God.
hospital so often. Now the man says, I will go to my hometown and take care of the field. Sir, I am very unhappy. Please find some ashram for me. I said, wow, what to do now? You should come to our session. But unfortunately, he could not. So simple things are ignored. Then the results are
Yes,
horrible.
and
He very well
sir,
said
very
this thing.
simple things. Nowadays, what is the problem in the relationship? And why should I sacrifice?
Yeah,
Why should I do for him? Why he or why she is not doing? Like these are the very common things I have seen in the Indian families. I don't know about the foreign families. I have seen in Indian families. Generally, the husband is having the habit of throwing the wet towel on the bed, and the wife always shouts that why you are doing this. See, your wife is also not accepting the mistake of the husband, that he is having this nature, and the husband is also not ready to accept the new habit that he should actually do, right? And because of that it clashes. The wife always saying, I am also a working person, why should only I hang the towel? But by doing a simple thing, just by hanging the towel in the balcony, if you can avoid the clash, if you can avoid the bitterness in the family, I think it should be done.
yeah, yeah.
And
It is
not
no
only,
losing bargain at all. Absolutely right.
yes, not only from the wife's side, the same thing should be done by the husband side also. Okay, I try to improve. If she don't like these things, okay, try to improve it. If he knows that the wife is having some friends or something with whom she likes to go out, why you are going away without me? Now you are married, so all the household whole chores should be done by you. Arey, the wife is also the working fellow, so it is the duty. The wife is sharing the financial situation with the husband, so it is husband duty also to share the household chores. This is to be understood. As the
Ah,
time
but
passes on, it should be understood. So, if there is little understanding between the husband and the wife, that makes the relationship so very beautiful.
and ego creates
Actually,
so many problems. When there is
yes,
any quarrel between husband and wife, man, I remember one song, उन्हें ये उम्मीद के हम पुकारे और हमें ये उम्मीद के वो बुलाए. Husband
right.
thinks that wife will negotiate. Wife thinks that he will come and ask me.
He
And
will come.
quarrel is stretched for a long time. So ego
And
is also very
actually,
horrible problem.
it is not a quarrel also.
Nah, it's not quarrel. It's you're
It
right.
is just a little misunderstanding which could
Right,
be
right.
solved by conversation. There is no any problem that cannot be solved through proper conversation. Only the thing is, we need to sit together, we need to calm down, and we need to discuss about the point.
Very
So,
nice.
what is
And
the root cause?
yeah, ma'am, in
Yes, sir.
relationship, no, if acceptance is missing, then the entire life is very, very unhappy.
Actually,
I would like to give my own example. I have two kids, and both of them dislike school so much, right from childhood. they had never been to school. It sounds very strange. Even primary education they didn't have. And after consulting a doctor, the psychiatrist told me, sir, they are special children. You better go for special school. But even in that special schools, they refuse to sit. And
Okay.
when I saw the situation is getting worse, and I was not actually accepting them, I was comparing them with other children. When other children can go,
Correct.
why don't you? I was
Hmm.
treating them like a normal parent. But when I started accepting them, I said, God has sent them to me, means there is some special purpose. So I stopped what you call getting very, very angry with them, punishing them, or tempting them with an and accepted they are so and so. And now it is my duty to provide them home tuition, homeschooling, and both of them now come up remarkably wonderful. Nobody
Yes,
can
sir, I
doubt
have
that they
seen
are
this
not
video.
educated. So this acceptance is very, very important. Thank you, man.
Yes, sir. And the same thing happens with the small kids also. As I have this, when the parents come to us, I have seen many children suffering from ADHD or they are suffering from autism. So, by their actions, by whatever the work they do, we just call the parents, and when we talk to them that the child is having this problem, please consult doctor once. And the parents are not ready to, because for they are not ready to accept the situation that the child is behaving abnormally sometimes. And when the situation get worse, the parents actually consult the doctor, where they come to know, and where, as you said na sir, that percentage increases. And because of that, whatever the partial ADHD or partial autism converts into the full autism, and then the parents accept, and which becomes very abnormal situation for both the children also and the parents also. So it is acceptance helps in what not. See, in every sir has given the example, in relationship also, in friendship also, everywhere we have to accept the thing that yes, it is the situation. I have to first, when we want to overcome the problem, first we have to accept the problem. After accepting, we have to understand the problem, and after doing that, we have to overcome or we have to find the solution. Directly without understanding the situation, if we will try to solve that, maybe we can be in even the worst situation. So as I have seen, as understand, according to my viewpoint, expectation is the main root cause for non-acceptance, because we have lots of expectations from friends, from relatives, from parents, from spouse, from children. Everybody, we have some and some expectation. They should behave like this, they should do like this. And because of that, I guess the person gets more angry or restless, or always feeling that I am being neglected, or always feeling that I have to compromise each and every time. So, this expectation, when we keep the crown of expectation aside, we will feel that, oh my God, it is so light. When we are wearing the crown of expectation, the head becomes so heavy, because what I expect, the other person is not behaving accordingly, and because of that, we have all the problems. Right now, we are suffering from hypertension, high blood pressure, this anxiety attack. This is the new thing I have heard, that the person is having anxiety attack also. Heart attack is a different thing, but now the people are having anxiety attack. So these are all what? These are because of expectations. The situations are not according to our expectation, our wish, and because of, and that situation we are not ready to accept. So two things are there: expectation and acceptation. So when we do not, when we expect more, we accept less. So stop expecting from others, start accepting the situation, the people, the things as it is. The life will become very, very, very easy. The life will become very smooth. and see the image itself says, when we accept more, expect less, the life is smooth and peaceful like this water, like this river. So beautiful. Now I want all the participants, I want 5 minutes, all the participants, please start your video also, and please unmute also. Keep your video on and please unmute. And now we are going to do one simple activity of 5 minutes. Okay.
Fine. Participants, if you
Everybody,
are comfortable, please appear on the screen and unmute yourself. Please involve in this activity. Yeah, Nehaben.
you you will really enjoy this, and it will help us practically how to accept the situation. If it is possible for you, so get one paper and a pen.
Okay, if they are eating, then they will not come appear on the screen. I think Harshit
Yeah.
bhai has appeared. Thank you, Harshit ji.
Okay, fine, no problem. If you do not have paper and
Ganesh has
pen with
also appeared
you,
on the screen. Welcome.
yeah, if it is possible, take a paper and a pen. It will be easy for us to remember the thing and to overcome the problem. And if you are not able to take a paper and the pen, just please close your eyes and just think what I am telling you. Remember one situation in the family that has created a chaos in the house. We are not going to uh, we are not going to discuss about this situation. So whatever your personal moments are there with the husband and wife, it means there is a fight or some clashes between, so we can write it down also, because we are not going to speak it aloud. Okay, so whatever the situation is there, where you had a chaos in the house, or there were a clash or a fight, and the situation you find that it was really very bad, please remember this one situation and write it down in your notebook. Just have a peace of mind and remember this once. Done? Have you remembered the moment?
Yes, man.
Okay, now please note it down. Okay, now try to find out the root cause. That what was the reason behind this fight? For example, if I say that it is about a child, generally husband and wife, after the children, they fight for the wife says, I want to keep my son in GSEB. Husband says, no, I want in CBSE, and the fight starts. Generally, it happens. If the child is getting less marks, the husband scolds on wife, what are you doing whole day? You are not looking after him, you are not teaching him properly. What are you doing? And on the other hand, the wife is telling, everything is on my shoulder, only I have to look after it. Behind his name, your name is applicable, not mine. So you should take care about his studies. So these are the general fights in the families. So now I think you have find the root cause of the fight. Now just close your eyes once and think, in that situation, if you would have accepted the matter, what would be the situation? Just close your eyes and think over it. Just imagine those moments which was unhappy. And just imagine during that time, if you would have accepted the thing, what would be the situation?
My goodness, the situation would have been the worst then, man. Very horrible.
Right. So, Ganeshji, we don't want to listen to your problem, whatever it is, but just tell me once that if you had have accepted the situation, would the scene be different?
Ganeshji is a bachelor. Okay, Ganeshji. So
No, no,
you can
sir, it
you
is
can
not.
share your experience with a friend, sir. Huh? No problem.
Sir, it is not about husband and wife only.
Yeah,
It is about everywhere.
yeah.
At our
Anybody, yeah.
workplace
That's why I'm
also.
saying it. Yeah.
Yes, even with the parents. Even with the parents. Right. So, Harshad bhai, would you like to say something?
It will be the different from that situation.
It would be the different. I think quite better.
Yes.
It could be. Right. Mukunji, would you like to say something?
I'm sorry. I'm in such a condition where I cannot participate. I'm just
Okay,
listening.
okay. Fine, 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 Mukunji. But still, thanks for joining.
Thank you for kind words and allowing me to continue.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay. So, by many things are there. See, only what will happen if we will pour ghee or oil into the fire, it will burst out, right? So, at the time, our acceptance would work like a water or ice into the fire. So immediately, just to avoid the clashes, just to avoid the fight, or just to avoid unnecessary chaos in the house, we can accept the thing. Okay, done. Fine. After 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or half an hour, we can talk very peacefully. See, you are telling this, whoever it is, mother, father, whatever, or wife, whatever, see, you were telling like this, but if instead of doing what you say, if we do like this, don't you think so it would be better? And I think it's really, really working. My son is an angry young man. He's 12 years old, but he got, anger from his father also and from mother also, from me too. So he's always on the fire, and whenever he has some fight or something with his friends or something like this, so he used to come very angry at house. He just, when they lose the match, just throw the bat or this way. First I used to get angry, what is this? But then I realized, then I accept the situation. Yes, he's frustrated, I accepted his frustration. Now instead of scolding him, I just hug him.
Very nice.
And first means 10 15 seconds he would do like this, oh, leave me or something, but then I keep on hugging him. And after 2 minutes, mama, I'm sorry, I should not have done it.
Oh,
So
such is the
to
wonderful result of
understand,
acceptance.
so I need to understand his frustration, I have to accept it. So first understand and first accept the situation and then work accordingly. The result will be miraculous, right? So we need to accept, expectations less, acceptance more, and life will be beautiful, wonderful, and really blissful. Okay, thank you very much. And if anyone is
Thank
having
you,
any
Nehaben.
question, we can discuss if anyone is having any question.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you very much. Huh? Wonderful presentation. And to conclude, uh, may I request participant if they have anything to add or if anything to ask, they can open up. So acceptance thus can bring about peace, health, and even prosperity. And acceptance of not only where we have talked about person, it might be situation, it might be some thing, and it might be relations, it might be job or whatsoever. So accepting the things which we cannot change. Thank you very much, Nehaben. It was really very impressive webinar. We are very thankful to you and all the participants. Thank you very much for joining. Our time is already up. It's 9 o'clock. So we have to accept that we should stop here. Thank you very much, Nehaji. Jai Sachidanand.
Jai
This is
Sachidanand.
the last session.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
We'll meet you next year with new
Oh,
series. Thank you very much. Dr.
oh,
Vijaras Saikia, thanks a lot for being with us. Oh, and Dr. Keval from Srinagar, Kashmir. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
I expected actually you will participate, but it's okay. You said that you are driving, so no issue. Dr. Keval, I hope you have enjoyed. Thank you very much for your positive comment also. Thank you. That's it, huh? Have a very good time, everybody. Jai Sachidan.